Of course, it's not just energy assets in the region either. The U.S. has troops stationed at about a dozen bases surrounding Iran, from Turkey down into Qatar, Bahrain, Kuwait, United Arab Emirates, and Oman. There are also U.S. troops at smaller bases in Syria and Iraq, as you can see on this map behind me. Overall, about 40,000 American servicemen and women in the area. Given the focus on potential Iranian retaliation, bases are on high alert as American assets are seen, military assets are seen as potential targets, also diplomats. Another major dynamic to watch right now is that Strait of Hormuz. We just touched on it a little bit. Its narrow waterway is just south of Iran, which also hits the UAE, Dubai, and Oman. About a quarter of the world's oil runs through the waterway, and almost 35% of all liquefied natural gas, going back to what Brian just said. But because it's so narrow, shipping is vulnerable to shore-to-ship missiles and mines, also asymmetric attacks. Iran's Navy also has scores of fast boats like the ones that you're seeing right there on your screen. Now, an Iranian strategy would be to try and overwhelm larger, more powerful, but less maneuverable American ships. Iran also has mine-laying ships, and Iran has boarded ships in the past. So this is something to watch, and this is certainly something, depending on how that plays out, that the U.S. military could mobilize, specifically perhaps the Navy and the Fifth Fleet, if we did see some retaliation ratchet up in that way in the region. Brian?
And Morgan, we've seen the U.S. move more naval assets to that region, correct?
Yes.
In like the last few days.
Yes. And the Fifth Fleet specifically is the U.S. Navy's operation that basically patrols the area. Remember, the U.S. Navy has a very strong hand to play in terms of keeping global shipping lanes and trade safe. So that is something to watch and focus on. And they are stationed in Bahrain. But again, all of those assets have been deployed throughout the region. And there's a lot that can be done, even if Iran were to specifically target that location in Bahrain.